Red flags, red flags. Okay, so the other day I posted a video and I was talking about how blessed I am, how blessed I feel to have amazing clients that I choose. But when I was talking about like how you have to like take every client in the beginning, like say yes to everybody and even the ones with red flags, you might be wondering what are some other red flags. So I'm about to tell you. One of them, most often with our brunettes, is I see red, I see red. I don't want to see any red. I don't want any red. I don't want to see any red. No red. Please no red. Please no red. Everybody says they're going to give me no red and I get red. So here's what I have to say to that. Please no. We don't want you to have red either. If you don't want red, we really don't want you to have red. So know that when we're formulating color for you, we're using colors that have some amount of undertone, some amount of underlying pigment that's designed to cancel the red. You might have guessed it. Green. Just so happens to be the color of my mask, but green cancels red. So most of us are using some amount of a green base or a green undertone. That doesn't mean that it's primarily green, obviously, but just know that we're doing our best to formulate to cancel that red for you. We really are. Believe in us. We're doing our best. But there's actually, in most cases, some amount of red that's just in your DNA. It's just in your genetic makeup when it comes to your hair. So we're doing our best, but we can't change your genetic makeup. So it is probably only gonna last for so long when you do get a color and we do cancel out much of that red. It only lasts for so long. So bear with us, because we're trying. We're doing everything within our power. Okay? Next one. Is our next one? I still see gold. I still see yellow. It's so warm. It's so gold. It's so yellow. Well, here's the thing. We can get you as light as possible. We can use toning shampoos. We can use toning hair color, gloss, glaze, demi. There's so many different words, right? Toner. We use toner to cancel out those colors that we don't want. So you leave the shop, yes, I'm white, I'm a cool blonde. It's like, oh my gosh. And a week later, after I've washed 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, the gold's back. Okay, well, you might be overwashing. It's not a bad idea to use a toning shampoo, not every single day, but talk to your stylist about when you should be using a toning shampoo and which one you should be using. And then, hello, like, I mean, if you ever see the light of day, I mean, the sun, what can we do between hard water in most cases? Make sure you get a filtered shower head if you don't have soft water. And just the elements, the sun, the heat, everything that we're putting our hair through. If you blow dry your hair, if you use a flat iron, curling iron, all of those warm tones are gonna come back. So know that we do everything we can, but there's some that are just, forces of nature that are gonna bring that gold right back. So then you just need to go right back to the salon and get toned again. If you're not getting an in-between toning service, I highly recommend it. It'll help keep the color more cool for you. And like I said, talk to your stylist about a toning shampoo, which one is right for you, and how often you should be using it. Just some ideas. No one ever gets my cut right, ever. No one ever, 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 ever gets my hair cut right. Is it maybe just impossible to get the cut right for you? Has anybody ever gotten the cut right for you? Is it really a matter of the cut, or can we help you with some styling tips? Because maybe it's not the cut, maybe it's the styling. I'm not saying that there's never a situation where we actually don't get the haircut right. But a lot of times, if you've had a thorough consultation and lovely pictures are lovely. A lot of times we can nail the cut, but, and this goes both ways, where we're missing out as stylists is having sort of that tutorial, or, you know, giving that training and education to the client of how they can style it and how they can keep it up at home. So the flip side to that is you got to be willing to put in the work. So I cannot tell you how many times I would get a picture and I would be told, I want this cut, I want this cut, I want this cut. Well, if we're being fair, you probably, the client probably don't know what's involved with the cut behind that style, okay? So 9 times out of 10, I'm kind of getting the same picture. Not the same person, but the picture I'm getting is the same style, and the cut behind it is obviously going to be obvious to us. The cut is actually going to be tailored to what, you know, whatever hair type you have, like, right? So what's your density? What's your length? You know, what do we have to do to cut your hair in such a way that you can style it like the photo? So I'm not sure if that totally made sense to you, but just know we pretty much get really a lot of the same picture. Usually the same type of haircut behind the style. And then it's really the styling that gives you that finished look. So it's a little give and take there, okay? Just know that if you're not having a thorough consultation, especially with a new stylist, make sure you ask questions, okay? Ask questions, because that's gonna prompt a consultation. And that is really where all of that is decided. What type of cut is gonna be good for you? And it might be, when you bring that picture, it might be that that's not really the right cut for you. Maybe you don't have the amount of hair that you need to, the density, the volume to obtain a certain look. So have an open mind and make sure that the communication is open, because I can't speak for all stylists, but all the ones I know, they want you to leave happy, and they want you to leave feeling like somebody, whoever it is, nailed that cut for you.